crimson sky. Cacti, the river's lament. Dust descends over the city, painting it in crimson and gold. Skyscrapers stand like sentinels, reflected in the river's gentle current. I sit on the riverbank, my guitar cradled in my lap. The scent of damp earth and distant street food mingles in the evening breeze as the city hums its nightly tune. I strum my guitar, the first note smooth, but then a string snaps with a sharp twang, leaving a discordant echo. I stare at the broken string, feeling as unraveled as it dreams deferred and paths untaken. Lord of mercy, I whisper, my voice lost among the rustling leaves. Why does everything I touch seem to fall apart? Show me my purpose, guide my hands. The river murmurs softly beside me, yet I hear no clear answer. I close my eyes, seeking solace in the rhythm of my breath, trying to listen beyond my doubts. Silence echoes within, yet I hold on, waiting for a sign as elusive as the evening mist. Street lamps flicker on, casting a soft glow. Footsteps crunch on the gravel path, and a stranger emerges, a young man with a humble smile. His eyes kind, he hums a tune that feels both familiar and foreign, weaving into the stillness, reviving a song buried in my heart. That song, he says, his voice warm, reminds me of hope. I hum it when the world feels heavy. The melody is ancient yet new, carrying history and yearning that transcends words. The simplicity of his presence is a balm to my spirit, with an unspoken understanding. He kneels next to me on the dew-kissed grass. Sometimes when we're lost, it's not the song that's wrong, it's the way we hear it. May I pray with you? Together we bow our heads amidst dust whispers. Shepherd of my soul, he prays his words like rain on parched soil. Guide us through our doubts. May we walk with those who are heavy laden, sharing their burdens as you share ours. His prayer is soothing, filling the void left by despair. His sincerity opens a space within me, where vulnerability meets grace. A fragile faith almost forgotten. I see my snap string not as an end, but as a call to change, to adapt my song to the present, to the Holy One who hears even in silence. The river's murmur becomes a chorus, confirming I am not alone. We rise, my spirit lighter. I thank him and he departs, steps fading into the night. I watch, holding on to the light he brought into my soul. Alone again, but not lonely. I retune my guitar, letting the remaining strings resonate. A raw, unrefined harmony full of promise. The music flows unbound by perfection, shaped by whispers and a stranger's prayer. Each note is a prayer, a dialogue with the Holy One, echoing with renewed promise. I understand now. My song is a journey, a path with those cast aside, the oppressed and forgotten. Their stories intertwined with mine, each burden yet bound by the same melody. By the river under the sky, I find sacred connection, a calling to listen, accompany, and heal. City lights twinkle like stars, a reminder of the divine in the mundane, the sacred in our journey. Holy One, your guidance is my light. Help me walk with those who suffer, to hear their silent cries and share their journey. May my life be a song of hope and healing, a testament to your love. Amen. The sun dipped low on the horizon, casting elongated shadows across St. Joseph's Seminary, a stoic sentinel against the biting winter chill. Frosty air crept through the cracks of history-laden walls, whispering tales of those who had walked these halls before. Inside, Jacob sat hunched over his textbooks, their glossy covers reflecting the fading light. Yet their contents remained a mystery, unopened and unexplored. Doubt had crept into his soul, an insidious frost that had frozen the once vibrant seal that fueled his journey. He had begun this path with fervor and conviction, yet now felt heavy with uncertainty. His prayer life an echo, haunting and hollow. Expectations bore down on him from every side. His family mentors, his own aspirations. The question loomed unanswered in his mind. Was this truly his calling, or had he veered off course into spiritual obscurity? In the dimly lit chapel he knelt beneath the sanctuary lamp, steady flicker, a lone star in a night of spiritual confusion. Shadows of the well-worn pews stretched out, cast by the flickering light, offering neither solace nor answers, only silent companionship in his quest. Lord of mercy, he prayed, the words teetering precariously between belief and a desperate plea. Am I where you want me to be? I feel lost, guide me please. His supplication hovered in the air, unanswered by voice or vision. Yet the silence wrapped around him like a comforting shroud. The cold stone and creaky impure bearing witness to his whispered confessions and unspoken fears. The old priest's silence. Father Thomas, an old priest whose years seemed to have blessed him with the wisdom of listening, moved through the seminary with a grace that comes from a life steeped in quiet reflection. Jacob found him in the library, a sanctuary of hushed reverence amid his internal storm. "Father, how do you pray when God feels far away?" Jacob's voice was raw, a soul laid bare in its vulnerability and longing for guidance. Father Thomas regarded him with eyes that carried the depth of oceans, saying nothing at first, allowing silence to weave its tapestry of understanding, more eloquent than any sermon. Then, with a gentle smile, he handed Jacob a small worn book. Prayer isn't always about performing, but listening, he said, his words woven with a gentle wisdom and a hint of a secret yet to be revealed. Jacob accepted the book, the leather cover smooth from age and countless hands. The title, "The Imitation of Christ," was embossed in faded gold, a testament to its enduring wisdom, though uncertainty lingered. The priest's silent guidance wrapped around him like a comforting cloak. Cradling the book as if it were a sacred artifact, Jacob sought the familiar stillness of the chapel once more. This time he approached with a heart intent, not on petitioning, but on listening. The sanctuary lamp cast a soft, unwavering glow, shadows playing out a silent symphony upon the walls. As he read, each word became a stepping stone deeper into silence, peeling away layers of anxious thoughts until he was left with the divine's quiet hum. A suggestion of something greater emerged from the silence, an indescribable sensation of being held and understood, akin to a parent's embrace, unconditional and reassuring. "Shepherd of my soul," he whispered into the silence, "teach me to choose the lesser seat, to be humble, not for glory, but for you." In that still moment, quiet enveloped him as though God nodded in agreement, a guidance subtle yet profound, like the first tender buds of spring, promising the end of winter's harsh rain. A new resolution. In the days that followed, an evident change marked Jacob's demeanor. A subtle transformation aligned him with a new, hopeful rhythm. His life within the seminary shifted, a quiet evolution of spirit and attitude. He volunteered for tasks that often went unnoticed, cleaning the chapel, arranging books, serving without seeking acknowledgement or spotlight, finding an unanticipated joy in the simplicity of accency. Choosing the lesser seed filled hollow spaces within him, replacing them with a newfound sense of purpose and peace that resonated deep in his soul. One evening, resting in the chapel's familiar warmth, his doubts, though not entirely vanished, were tempered by a profound understanding that transcended mere knowledge, a trust in the fluorescent lights hum, casting a cold glow over the bustling emergency room. As I pour a lukewarm cup of coffee, the weak aroma fails to mask the antiseptic scent, clinging to everything around me. A cacophony of ringing phones and announcements reverberates, a siren call to lives teetering on chaos. It's my third consecutive night here, and the hospital lobby feels like an old worn shoe, familiar but offering little comfort. Returning to my station, I face the computer screen with its endless list of names and ailments, a digital testament to human frailty. Dozens of people pass through my hands, each shift their stories condensed into numbers in a system that hardly changes. Amidst this I steal a moment of solace, bowing my head slightly and whisper, Lord of mercy, help me remember these souls, to see them as you do, with eyes of compassion. For a moment, warmth courses through me, as if the shepherd of my soul is reaching out, weaving my fragmented thoughts into hope. It's a reassurance that perhaps even here He is present, transforming my small prayer into something vast and compassionate. The crisis beckons, the tranquility shatters as a paramedic bursts through the doors, urgency etched into her face. She wheels in a gurney with practice speed. A young man lies upon it, his skin a chalky canvas, a bloom of crimson spreading across his shirt. The room descends into organized chaos, a symphony of urgent voices and beeping monitors echoing the frantic rhythm of my heart. I cling to my station as if it's a lifeline, feeling anxiety surge around me. The nurse calls for backup, her voice a steady force amid the noise. I close my eyes and block out the sirens. Holy One, grant them your strength, I plead, let your hands guide theirs. My prayer is a fragile thread woven with desperation, yet in this plea there's stillness, a certainty of His presence among the healers, binding them in sacred duty. Hours glide past, marked by routine data entry and fleeting conversations. The shift changes, faces swapping in this incessant dance of care. The young man's family arrives, eyes swollen with tears, voices low with whispered prayers in their eyes. I see reflections of my fears, doubts echoing the silent prayers, weaving through the hallways. Stepping outside, the cold air bites my skin. The stars a reprieve from the hospital's hum. The heavens above remind me of His grandeur. Lifting my gaze, I let the vastness wrap my weary heart. Shepherd of my soul, I whisper, help me find the courage to truly care, to let hope stitch the tears around me. This is my turn in prayer, a weary soul seeking strength and vulnerability. As the wind brushes my cheeks, I feel a nudge toward a decision, to learn their names to hold on to something beyond the here and now. Guided by grace, re-entering the hospital. The night feels lighter as if infused with fresh hope. With each name entered into the system, I silently attach a prayer, asking God to see them as His creations, beloved and deserving of healing. Each prayer is a small act of faith, the thread stitching through the day's fabric, affirming God's presence. The young man stabilizes, the crisis ebbing like a receding tide. I watch as relief softens his family's brows, faces illuminated by gratitude and newfound hope. In their whispered thanks, I sense God's silent affirmation, a promise that hope and prayer are intertwined within this demanding place. Holy One, guide my hands and heart to serve with compassion, to listen with love. Let your peace dwell in the chaos of life. May my prayers stitch the brokenness I witness until we find healing in your light. Amen. whisper of the morning. Sarah pulled her jacket tighter against the crisp morning air as she climbed the rocky path up the mountain, the dawnlight casting a pale gold hue over the distant peaks. The mountains cradled the rising sun, their rugged silhouette softened by the gentle embrace of dawn. Her heart weighed heavy with the unspoken words of a letter she never sent. Now crumpled in her pocket, a letter that had burdened her thoughts for weeks with its weight of unspoken regrets. Each step up the familiar trail felt like a small release, as if the earth itself understood her unspoken desire for forgiveness. The scent of pine and wet earth filled her nostrils, grounding her in the present while her thoughts lingered in the past, intertwining with memories of laughter and tears. She stopped, her breath leaving clouds in the cold air. A visible prayer whispered into the morning chill. Before her lay the road that over the years had become a refuge, a place where she could talk with God, away from the bustle and noise of daily life, away from the tangled threads of unresolved hurt. Here, the Holy One felt near, as if the very stones and wind whispered His presence, wrapping her in a sacred silence that both grounded and elevated her heart. Christ in the silence, reaching a familiar outcrop. Sarah knelt on the cold stone, her knees pressing into the earth. With a deliberate surrender, she closed her eyes, seeking to shut out the world and open her heart to God. Her heart ached with the strain of unsaid apologies and unresolved pain. A lifetime of words she wished she had spoken. "Oh Lord of mercy," she whispered, her voice carried off by the breeze, merging with the rustle of leaves around her. I don't know what to do, I've distanced myself from the only family I have left. I wanted to reach out, but the words fail me. Her voice cracked and tears slipped down her cheeks, mingling with the dust, a mingling of earth and spirit, of sorrow and hope. Guide me, Lord, before it's too late. In the silence that followed, she listened, each heartbeat echoing with expectation. Her soul was stilled by the gentle rustle of leaves, like the quiet whisper of God's love there amidst her distress. A verse fluttered in her mind, as gentle as the wind filtering through the trees. The Lord is my shepherd, and with it came the quiet assurance of His guidance, a whisper of promise that wrapped around her heart like a warm embrace, urging her forward. The call of curse sun ray broke over the horizon, casting a golden light that touched her face and ignited a spark of resolve within her. It was as if the light itself carried the promise of new beginnings, of courage reborn with each morning. She rose, brushing the dirt from her jeans, her heart lighter, as if each brush of her hand wiped away a layer of fear. She turned, resolved to embrace the forgotten words of Psalm 23, those words of care and direction, a path as familiar and reassuring as the mountain trail. She decided then she would call her father. As she descended the mountain path, the cool air invigorated her spirit. Each step a prayer, a silent plea for words she struggled to find, and a thanksgiving for the courage she had been given. With each step she let go of her pride and fear, surrendering them to the shepherd of her soul. Her hand boldly drew the phone from her pocket, a small artifact of connection and hope. The number was etched in her memory, though she hadn't dialed it in years. Each digit a memory, a bridge to the past she longed to heal. Father, she whispered as the call began to ring, an invocation of courage taking root in her heart. Her voice trembled slightly, but with each ring, the prayer in her heart grew stronger. The voice on the other end was older, but unmistakable, resonating with years of shared history and love unspoken, trembling.
On a winter night, the city lay shrouded in an icy mist. The rain fell in a steady rhythm, echoing the hurried footsteps of those seeking warmth. Sarah entered the shelter, her cheeks flushed from the biting wind. Shaking rain from her coat, each droplet vanished into the warm embrace of the room. Thick with the scent of simmering soup and damp woolen clothes, volunteers moved with quiet efficiency, offering the homeless life's essentials: blankets, meals, and clothes, a temporary refuge from the harsh world outside. Sarah organized supplies, her eyes practiced at finding those in need. She noticed old Tom hunched by a radiator, his coat like wilted leaves, shadows under his eyes telling tales of struggle. "Where's your blanket, Tom?" she asked, her voice warm with concern. "Gone," he replied, voice strained like windows rattling in the wind. Must have lost it. Sarah's heart clenched with empathy, knowing the blanket's value as a barrier against the cold gripping the city. She scanned the room for spares, but the shelves were bare. A stark reminder of the invisible battles many faced, feeling helpless. She found a quiet corner, knelt and prayed, Lord of mercy, guide me, I feel helpless. Show me how to help Tom. The rain's soft patter against the window, accompanying Sarah's prayer. A steady rhythm marking time. Sitting silently, she felt something stirring within. A gentle nudge, as if the air whispered, "Be the warmth." It resonated in her soul, like distant angels' wings. Opening her eyes, she saw the world anew, the room alive with purpose, every detail imbued with divine significance. The cold became an invitation, a call to action. She glanced at her snug, fleece-lined boots, considering what it would be like to walk in Tom's worn shoes. The thought was jarring yet profound. Her gaze returned to Tom, his bare feet shivering on the concrete floor, each shiver a silent cry for mercy. "Lord, give me courage," she whispered, steadying herself as she untied her boots, feeling the act's sacredness, akin to the widow's might. Love without expectation. Sarah approached Tom, her worn soles nestled in her arms. "Here, Tom," she said, offering softly as she pressed them into his bewildered arms. "Take these, they'll keep you warm." Tom looked confused and disbelieving, his brow creasing like crumpled paper. "But what about you?" he stammered, his voice filled with concern. "I'll be fine," she assured him, the cold seeping through her socks to her feet, a reminder of her sacrifice. "I have more at home, you need these more." Tom took them, his hands trembling, gratitude and disbelief warring on his features. His eyes glistened with unshed tears, each a testament to the warmth kindling in his heart. "Thank you," he murmured, gently tracing the soft interior, as warmth kindled his spirit. Walking away, Sarah didn't feel the chill or the rain drumming on the shelter windows. Instead, warmth unfurled in her heart, breaking through the frost. The rain continued its gentle descent as Sarah stepped outside. Each droplet seemed to carry a message of grace, whispering renewal over the city. Her steps, now lighter in an extra pair of shoes from the donation box, were guided by hope, each one a silent hymn of love offered freely. In that moment, she understood. Prayer wasn't just words in solitude. It was action, a living testament to faith. Love given without strings. Every step echoed this truth, beating in her heart. Shepherd of my soul, in the stillness of rain, teach me to love without expectation, to act with open hands and an open heart. Guide my steps as your whisper show the way. Make me a vessel of your grace, and to wither us as unto you. Amen.
the sun dipped below the horizon over the quaint fishing village. The air grew heavy with the promise of a storm. Winter's breath whispered through barren trees, alerting the villagers to the ancient ritual of the winds. A solitary figure stumbled along the cobbled path. Thomas, a prodigal son seeking refuge in the place he once called home. His heart beat a hesitant rhythm, each step drawing him closer to the village filled with memories of his youth. The crunch of gravel underfoot echoed the uncertainty within him, past and present merging in dissonance. The village chapel, with its simple wooden benches, was a sanctuary crafted by laborious yet faithful hands. Its unassuming spire stood as a beacon of hope amid the gathering gloom. Inside, its humble beauty glowed through orange stained glass windows, casting a sacred warmth that fought the chill. The townsfolk gathered, hearts murmuring petitions to the Lord of mercy, while the wind howled, the air trembled with anticipation, mingled with sacred incense spiraling upward in hopeful prayer. Candlelight flickered across solemn faces etched with hope and fear. As the storm rattled the chapel doors, the villagers' prayers grew fervent. Mothers clutched their children, eyes wide with dread, raising a chorus of desperate entreaties. The elder stoic faces whispered prayers that steadfastly pierced the chaos. Thomas knelt at the altar, hands trembling as they reached for the bread and salt, a symbol of hospitality, survival, and lost longings. The symbols were familiar yet heavy, each grain of salt a tear for forgotten faces. Lord of mercy, hear my cry, Thomas whispered, voice cracking with raw honesty. I've wandered far and lost my way. Shield us from the storm and cleanse my soul. His prayer hung in the air, mingling with incense and candle wax. The wind outside moaned a low lament, echoing his heart's turmoil. Yet even as the rafters shuddered with the storm's assault, profound stillness settled over him. In the shadows, the gentle presence of the shepherd of my soul whispered, not with words but with the deep stirring of peace. It cradled his brokenness, offering solace without judgment. Every beat of his heart synced with an unseen rhythm of divine compassion, uniting his soul's disparate parts, a call to action. As the storm peaked, the Holy One's presence filled the chapel with calm, unraveling fear. Thomas felt a hand on his shoulder, a warmth that lifted guilt and spoke of grace. Rising from his knees, he moved with newfound purpose through the congregation. His eyes, once clouded by doubt, now shone with clarity, reflecting the light of redemption ignited within him. Neighbors, friends, he spoke, voice steady as a post-storm morning sky. Let us shelter each other together we can weather this storm. Touched by sincerity, the villagers rallied. Men and women worked side by side. Labor testament to unity, strength they fortified. Home shared food and cared for the elderly with devotion. Born of struggle with each act of kinship, Thomas felt past chains loosen, replaced by bonds of love and compassion. He marveled at his transformation, realizing that in giving he was receiving the greatest gift. The storm outside mirrored the tempest within, both pacified by hope and purpose. When the storm passed, the land was blanketed in purifying silence, as if the heavens drew a cleansing breath. The sky blushed with dawn's first hint, promising renewal. Thomas returned to the chapel, kneeling at the altar in gratitude. Shepherd of my soul, thank you for leading me home. He whispered, tears mingling with salted repentance. Forgive me and grant me the courage to walk your path anew. In silence he listened, divine guidance faintly echoed, urging him toward redemption, an assurance that mercy knows no distance. With renewed faith he understood that every step forward was a return to grace awaiting him. The echo of his earlier prayer resonated stronger, buoyed by community warmth and a new dawn's light. Lord of mercy, you have seen the depths of our despair, and with tender grace drawn us to your light. Guide our steps, anchor our souls, and teach us the power of love restored. May we ever seek your faith in your
The Return of the Lost Sun. Acti, gathering storm. The sea churns with deep gray waves under a tumultuous sky, a divine painting of impending chaos. The air is thick with salt and the scent of rain, an urgent reminder to seek refuge. I stand on the cliff's edge, my coat catching the rising wind as the first cold raindrops pierce my skin, like whispers from above, urging haste. Our village braces for the storm, shutters slam shut, and boats are securely fastened at the docks, their ropes straining like a communal prayer for safety. Amidst the chaos, the chapel stands firm, a beacon of solace with its weathered boards and simple steeple, like a lighthouse guiding sailors through darkness inside. Wooden benches stand like silent sentinels, ready to welcome the faithful. A lamp on the altar burns bright, a testament to enduring hope despite the tempest outside. I touch the pew's smooth wood, feeling its invitation to surrender in prayer, seeking refuge in the Lord's embrace. The door creaks open, and Jonas, the fisherman's prodigal son, enters, shadowed by rain, humbled by life's storms. He yearns for peace, his eyes tracing the sacred space with a silent plea for sanctuary. I sense his deep need as he approaches the altar, each step a cry to the divine for redemption, a prayer for a second chance.
The chapel is silent, except for rain tapping oblique against the windows, mirroring Jonas's inner turmoil. He kneels, calloused hands together, eyes closed, whispering, Lord of mercy. His voice trembling, I have strayed far, guide me home, give me strength to face what's ahead. I fear forgiveness, help me please.
His plea hangs in the air like sacred incense, settling over us. The lamp's light flickers, shadows dancing across his face. Revealing his fear and hope, I stand by him, my heart lifted in silent agreement, knowing the shepherd hears us. Even in darkness together, we lay our burdens before God, trusting his infinite mercy.
Turning dawns clear, the sea now calm, blue expanse reflecting the heavens, stealing breath away. In the chapel Jonas returns with brighter eyes and firmer steps, resonating with newfound purpose. The air is crisp, a fresh canvas laid by the Holy One. The storm, a distant memory washed clean by divine hands.
He approaches the altar with bread and salt, symbols of home and community. Simple yet profound offerings, I kneel beside him. He bows his head, not in defeat, but peace like a sailor finding his way. Holy One, I trust your path. He prays, each word resonant with quiet resolve. I cannot change the past, but I ask for courage to embrace your plan, even when it leads me back to those I've hurt. The scent of bread mingles with the chapel's woody fragrance, an aromatic prayer. A gentle clarity settles upon us, a sense that God's guidance is a subtle nudge, a softening of heart, strength to act, courage to mend. Jonas rises, eyes reflecting a new resolve, light kindled by divine love and grace. The embrace of home into the village, into bright morning light. The storm has washed streets and hearts clean, leaving the world refreshed. He carries bread and salt, offering them as a promise of reconciliation. Each gesture a bridge from his soul to others. Villagers accept the peace offering, the familiar taste sealing new bonds, the texture of forgiveness warm and assuring. We walk to his father's cottage, where Jonas pauses, breath catch in his father's hand. Weathered and rough, extends in welcome, and they embrace, love speaking louder than words. A warmth like sunlight through clouds envelops us, a silent prayer answered through love restored. The prodigal returns and the father's heart swells with joy, echoing through the heavens.
Shepherd of my soul, guide us when storms close in, illuminate our path with your light. Strengthen us to forgive and be forgiven, and lead us home to your boundless grace. Amen.
Winter Night Vigil. Act I, the stillness of night. The hospital hummed with a quiet rarely found within its bustling confines bright. Sterile lights cast stark shadows on the glossy linoleum floors, where distant machines beeped rhythmically like a heartbeat of silence. The soft-soled steps of night, nurses punctuated the stillness, their motions a sacred ritual echoing through the empty corridors. Outside, winter's chill whispered insistently against the windows, seeking refuge from the cold, its plaintive murmur, an ancient hymn of nature. Sarah sat slumped against the corridor wall, her hands clasped tightly, knuckles white with tension. Her father, shadowed by the threat of a stroke, lay somewhere beyond the sealed ICU doors. The weight of uncertainty pressed upon her like a heavy snowfall, her future as fragile as bare branches shivering beneath the pale moonlight.
Lord of mercy, she whispered her plea, born from desperation and love. Please guide his path and mine, I can't bear to lose him. Not now.
Tears silently traced their paths down her cheeks, unshed droplets of an overflowing storm within her heart, her prayer rising, a vessel of hope seeking divine ears in the silent expanse of the night. A nurse, Anna, moved quietly through the hallway, her presence a specter of comfort. She paused by Sarah, offering a compassionate nod. With understanding eyes, Anna witnessed the prayer without intrusion, her presence an unspoken balm in the desolate night, her spirit a silent companion to Sarah's anguished vigil. The whisper of hope, Sarah sat still, eyes closed, as night gently coaxed the world toward a weary dawn. The air subtly shifted, bringing a phantom warmth like the first bold buds of spring daring to break winter's icy grip. Within her spirit, a divine whisper stirred, unfurling from her soul like a tendril reaching for light. An unexpected peace descended, sheltering her worry with a grace as tender as a mother's embrace. Her phone vibrated softly, a small beacon in the shadows. It was her brother James. They hadn't spoken since the bitter rift 2 years prior. A quarrel over their father's care left a chasm where brotherly love once resided. An aching wound in her heart. In the stillness, a divine nudge urged her heart to open, to heal.
James, she whispered the name, a tender prayer on her lips. Holy One, help me find the courage to bridge the divide.
The phone glowed in her hand as she typed, "Dad's in ICU, can we talk?" A finger hovered hesitantly over the send button, a weight lifting as she pressed it. A gamble of love and forgiveness. It stirred hope like a pebble tossed into a still pond, its ripples spreading wider and more profound than she could foresee. The embrace of surrender. Minutes stretched into eternity before her phone chimed back. It was James, her breath caught as she answered, each sibling navigating unknown terrain, the terrain of reconciliation. Sarah, his voice came softer than she remembered, like autumn leaves surrendering gracefully to the ground. "I'm on my way." Their conversation was tentative, words like stepping stones across a rushing river, finding their footing amidst uncertainty. They talked as night faded into dawn, holding their father in prayer between the halting sentences, the shepherd subtly guiding them back home. It was a fragile dance of rediscovering what was lost. The power of forgiveness testified with each fumbling word, rebuilding their bridge with cautious steps. In the hallway, the nurse continued her rounds, silently aware of the miracle unfolding, her heart swelling with quiet joy at the hidden victories of the human spirit. In the hallway, the nurse continued her rides, silently aware of the miracle folding, her heart swelling with quiet joy at the hidden victories of the human spirit. The dawn of reconciliation. James arrived as the first light of dawn, painted the world in soft, gentle gold hues. The frost on the window surrendered to the warmth of the sun, a reminder of winter's transient grief. Against whatever future lay ahead, holding hands, a silent prayer joined their spirits, an unspoken language of love and hope. Their father's breath was labored but steady, each rise and fall a testament to their night-woven prayers. The Lord of mercy had whispered their names, answering unimagined ways, knitting them back together in renewed kinship after their long separation. In the quiet of the hospital room, with the gentle nurse as a witness,
the bus rolls through an endless desert, its hum a melody in the silence. The road stretches like a ribbon through golden sands, shimmering under the sun beneath a vast sky. Each dune rises and falls like ocean waves. I clutch a thermos of tea, a talisman against the knot in my stomach. The bus's air is a blend of worn leather and dust, lavanded by the tea's citrusy tang, offering a momentary escape from my anxious thoughts. Across the aisle, a man with suntanned skin catches my eye. His deep eyes are a calm sea amidst my turmoil. As the bus jolts over rugged road, my thoughts return to what awaits me. The words I feared to confess loom large, a truth carried too long in silence, my heartbeat echoing the daunting step I must take. Tea and tidings. The man smiles warmly, nodding at my thermos as if it holds answers. I pour him a cup, the tea's steam curling between us. A promise of connection, thank you. He says, his voice a soothing rumble. He hands me a dog-eared Bible, its cover worn by faith. This keeps me grounded, he says sincerely. I flip it open. A verse tumbles into my lap, offering courage and guidance. My heart strains against fear, the words illuminating my path. I hear God whispering into my soul, urging fearlessness and trust beyond the visible horizon. A call both daunting and comforting. A crisis of heart. The journey continues, the sun dips low. Sky painted in fiery hues, mirroring my inner tumult. My hands tremble with feelings I can no longer contain as I bow my head, letting a prayer spill forth. Lord of mercy, I feel small. I pray. I stand on the edge of confession, afraid. Give me strength. The stranger senses my distress, offering a comforting glance, a reminder that the shepherd of my soul is near. It's as if God, through him, whispers reassurance into my fear, transforming dread into a calmness that settles like dawn. Stars start their watch in the desert sky, casting an ancient glow. I sense peace settling over the desert and my heart alike. God's presence, a comforting light against the vast unknown. Steps of courage. With my heart whispering the turning prayer, I softly confess. Holy One, I surrender this fear to you. Grant me courage to step forward in truth. As I rise, the bus nears its stop. The desert wind greets us with a cold embrace, an undeniable reminder of journey's end and something new beginning. I walk towards destiny, each step a prayer, each breath a promise to God. The stranger's gaze is upon me, a silent sentry to my courage, a witness to my journey from fear to faith. His eyes speak encouragement as I near my destination. My pulse quickens, but fear recedes, replaced by serene certainty. Grace lighting my path amidst uncertainty. Inside, the room is warm. The aroma of home-cooked meals mingling with laughter. A tapestry of belonging and love. Taking a deep breath, I step forward. My confession a bridge to understanding and love.
Lord, who gives strength to the weary, I place my heart in your hands. Guide me in your truth and love. Grant me courage to live openly. May your grace light my path. Amen. Mercy in the night's embrace, act-eye, flickering faith. The rain tapped against the seminary windows, echoing the turmoil within me. Almost midnight, the quiet halls lay in shadows. With distant thunder rumbles, I wrapped my coat tighter, feeling the chill seep into my bones. Drawn by the chapel's glow, a refuge on this stormy night. For months, doubt had crept over my heart, winding tendrils of uncertainty around my soul. My studies felt hollow, my prayers mechanical. Was this truly my calling, or just my attempt to perform? To be who I thought God wanted? These questions haunted me, never granting peace. Entering the chapel, the air whispered sanctity, the sense of wax and incense enveloping me. Father Benedict sat in his pew, a silhouette amidst flickering candlelight. Known for his silences, he was a man at home, listening for God's voice, a deep well of wisdom. His presence was like a sturdy anchor in my storm of doubts. I slid into a pew, restless and embarrassed. The silence wrapped around us, deep and unbroken, save for the rain's hum, a symphony of notes. Father Benedict's quiet strength offered unexpected comfort, a reminder I was not alone in this struggle. Closing my eyes, I prayed, Lord of mercy, hear in my distress. I seek you, I'm lost and don't know the way. Speak, for your servant is desperate to hear. The honesty stung, but it was relief to lay my heart bare. This moment felt like standing on the edge of a vast chasm, trusting that a bridge would form beneath my feet. Time stretched in the chapel, each minute an eternity. I waited in silence, expecting nothing, yet hoping for everything. Father Benedict's presence was soothing, like an ancient tree offering shade and shelter. As my mind quieted, tears came quietly. Then in an unstoppable flood, I let them wash through me. Each breath a silent plea into the unknown, each tear a small sacrament. They were cathartic, cleansing my soul and leaving me more open, willing to listen. With closed eyes, I imagine God's hand, the shepherd of my soul, gathering the scattered pieces amidst the silence. I felt it, a whisper of grace, warmth cutting through the chill, like spring buds breaking winter's hold. The sense of being watched over, not with judgment, but with tender mercy, became palpable. It was assurance that I was seen and loved in my entirety. When the tears ceased, I found Father Benedict beside me, his hand gently on my shoulder. His presence was a quiet assurance, his silence a benediction. My burdens lightened just enough to glimpse the horizon beyond my doubts. Sometimes he finally said, inside the silence. His words, though few, echoed the truth I had touched in prayer. A reminder that answers often come in the quiet certainty, following attentive listening. I nodded, understanding this night was about surrender, not was a subtle shift, a yielding of the soul. I offered another prayer, not from desperation, but from seeking humility. Holy One, lead me not in certainty, but in trust I give you my doubts, transform them. The words flowed freely, a conversation rather than a monologue. My heart felt lighter, as if doubt's chains were loosening. A quiet peace followed, not absence of doubt, but presence of mercy. My path, though uncertain, was lit by gentle light, step by step. The rain softened to a whisper, mirroring the calm settling within. A reminder that even in storms there's a quiet center where peace is found. Lord of mercy, in the silence meet me, guide my steps through shadows, and let your peace be my path.
Carrying the flame of truth. Acti, shadows of vigil. The hospital corridor seemed endless, lined with doors and filled with the sterile scent of antiseptic and faint coffee. Evening light filtered through windows, casting long shadows that danced across the floor, echoing my racing heart. I thought of my father's stories from childhood, now so distant. Approaching his room, my heart beat a frantic prayer, feelings dense and ready to spill like the rain outside inside. Machines beeped around my father, once robust, now frail. I sank into a chair, feeling the weight of unspoken words and regrets. God, shepherd of my soul, I prayed silently, my hands clasped tightly. Hold us in this night. Let your truth light our path, for I am lost in the shadow.
A flicker of warmth touched my heart, sunlight through storm clouds. A nurse entered, her presence a melody of compassion, nodding gently before leaving, her jasmine perfume a reminder of life's subtle beauty. Hours slipped by in whispers and sighs, with the ribbing hum of lights and monitors almost comforting. Fatigue drove me to the hallway, seeking solace. The rain is soothing him outside. I leaned against the wall, the chill of tiles contrasting with warm tears. Lord of mercy, I uttered my voice, a gentle ripple. Show me the way through this fear. Bring your peace.
softly. My sister, we hadn't spoken since a family argument. Holding my breath, I answered, her voice tentative yet resolute. Her request to talk was a bridge over misunderstanding, igniting a spark of forgiveness within me, long buried beneath pride. Yes, I whispered, my voice mingling with the rain and dawn's glow. I wanna make things right. Through hesitant words we mended burnt bridges as we spoke. God's truth warmed us, the flame vibrant and alive, guiding our reconciliation. A new dawn emerged, our journey back to one another, lit by grace and mercy. The past, a tapestry of lessons, testify to love and faith's enduring strength. Holy One, Holy One, Holy One, Holy One. Guide our hearts from shadow into your light, ignite within us the flame of your truth that we may carry it faithfully. Fill our souls with the peace that surpasses understanding. In your mercy, help us find courage and surrender. Amen. A night in sacred light, echoes of solitude. The cathedral stands serene, a sentinel against the soft patter of winter rain. As twilight yields to night, a gentle mist cloaks the spires with an ethereal glow. Inside, dim light embraces me, a refuge from the world. Flickering shadows from the stained glass windows dance on stone, forming a tapestry of color and mystery. As a humble janitor, I tread these hallowed spaces, my footsteps echoing like whispered secrets. The rhythmic slush of mop water is my companion, a soft hymn in the stillness. Each stroke is a silent plea, an unspoken prayer where history breathes with ancient stories. The cool air carries incenses, faint memory. I pause, leaning on the smooth handle, gazing at the flickering candlelit alcove. Flames breathe with me, tiny
steady sentinels of light. In the distance, the organ groans its melody forever on the horizon of my thoughts. Lord of mercy, I whisper into the sacred silence. Am I meant for more than this path? Here in this great hall, am I not as small as a grain of sand, lost among the dunes of time? I continue my rounds. The cathedral's vast emptiness mirrors my solitude. The chill reminds me of my own insignificance, each breath a testament to fleeting life. The grandeur around me contrasts with my simple existence. Restlessness lingers, not easily buried by routine. Seeking solace, I kneel before a side altar, pressing my longing into the cold stone floor. Candles flicker, their small flames defying the darkness. Shadows dancing with my heart's turmoil. Shepherd of my soul, I pray, my voice fragile as glass. Guide me, I feel lost, just a shadow moving through this world, yearning for your closeness. As I kneel, a distant hymn filters through the air, a warmth spreading through me, washing over my doubts like a gentle tide, urging me to live lightly in this blessing. The warmth whispers assurance, a silent knowing my prayer is heard, filling the hollow within with divine presence. The turning, the realization unfurls softly, like spring buds breaking through winter's hold. God's guidance becomes clear as sunlight through stained glass. To serve here is to be near Him. My heart lightens as I rise from prayer, the weight of doubt lifted as if by angels. The Lord of this cathedral is the keeper of my soul, His presence more constant than air or stone. I move with newfound purpose, now seeing beauty. Each sweep of the mop becomes worship, each echo a reminder I'm part of something larger. Belonging does not mean standing out, but standing firm in faith. In each quiet corner, in every silent aisle, I find grace guiding my steps, illuminating my heart's path. Embracing the call, my hands steady, I approach the organ, drawn to music like a moth to flame. The organist, a woman of few words, offers a nod, inviting me to listen as she plays. Her fingers coax ancient hymns from the keys, melodies carrying my prayers upward, weaving them into the air like incense, mingling with altar candles glow. I realize I'm part of this sacred song, my life a note in God's grand symphony. The cathedral's silent witness to centuries of prayer resonates with shared purpose, filling the space with unseen voices. In this hallowed place, under saints' watchful eyes, I am found, no longer just a janitor, but a guardian of holy echoes, a custodian in God's court, my labor transformed into prayer and praise. Holy One, keeper of the night and my soul, teach me to find your light in stillness, to seek your strength in my humble labors at church.
A light in the rain, Act I, city of shadows. Dusk settles over the city. Street lamps flicker into life, casting shadows in the rain-soaked alleys. The sky a bruised gray promises more rain, and neon signs hum like distant stars. Their vibrant colors reflecting on the pavement. I tighten my coat against the chill, but feel the cold biting my bones. The scent of rain mingles with the city's pulse, a symphony of honking cars and hurried footsteps. Amidst this, I stand feeling lost until an old psalm surfaces, my grandmother's voice soothing. The Lord of mercy is my comfort and my song. Closing my eyes, I pray, Lord of mercy, I am weary and burdened, guide me through this storm. Let my faith, though dim, burn bright, my plea matches my heartbeat, warmth stirring within, subtle as a whisper. It is as if the Lord Himself wraps me in an unseen embrace. On the edge of forgiveness, the city's towers loom, glass and steel forming an imposing fortress. The rain steady Him, a pump of ease, my internal struggle, drawn to a narrow stairwell. Each creaking step reflects my weariness. The walls cracked with peeling paint, smell of dampness, echoes of forgotten rains. Scenes from my argument with my brother replay, words like knives leaving deep scars. I pause on the stairs, regret pressing heavily, sinking onto the steps. The chill touches my skin and my heart clenches. Shepherd of my soul, I whisper, tracing the railing's rough surface. Forgive my harshness, help me mend what I've broken. As my prayer fades, clarity washes over me, lifting confusion and guiding me towards reconciliation. This moment opens a window to divine understanding. My steps feeling lighter, driven by an unseen hand urging action. The fire within
promising safety and warmth. I stand at my brother's door, heart thudding with fear and anticipation. I knock, the sound firm, despite my hesitation, echoing with inevitability. When he opens the door, his face mirrors mine, shadows of our exchange lingering. The dry heat of his apartment contrasts the night, grounding me. I'm sorry, I say, words flowing naturally like first rain on parched earth, promising renewal. I've been prideful and harsh. Can we start anew? He nods, understanding, passing between us, a silent exchange of forgiveness and hope. Hope flickers within, faith rekindling, shedding light on our path to healing. In this quiet moment, I sense God's presence in our shared warmth and forgiveness. Holy One, light the flame of faith within me. Guide my steps through the shadows, heal my heart with your mercy, and let your love transform my soul. Amen.
The echo of silent halls. Acti, the night's quiet watch. The cathedral loomed grandly beneath the moon's serene gaze, an architectural sentinel amidst the city's scattered lights and fleeting shadows. Its ancient stone walls steeped in centuries of sacred history, cradled in air of cool reverence inside. The lingering fragrance of evening. Vespers hung like a delicate tapestry woven from threads of myrrh and frankincense, infusing the atmosphere with a timeless sanctity.
Carlos, the night shift janitor, moved like a solitaire in this symphony of silence. His presence was almost ethereal as he glided across the expansive nave, the rhythmic swish of his mop leaving trails of devotion on the polished marble floor. Each step was a gentle whisper in the vast stillness, punctuated by the quiet, steady drip of water, a subtle cadence swallowed by the cathedral's grand silence. His heart was a heavy vessel, brimming with a yearning he struggled to articulate, a deep-seated longing for connection, a desire to be seen and heard beyond the empty pews that surrounded him like silent witnesses to his loneliness. Holy One, he murmured, his gaze lifting to the intricately crafted vaulted ceiling that seemed to stretch upward into the heavens themselves. I feel invisible here. Am I always to be this unseen servant, Lord? His voice faltered, caught between hope and despair, straining for something beyond the echo of his own voice. In the depth of his solitude, a whisper stirred within his heart, a gentle push toward courage, a quiet reminder that the unseen by the world is known and cherished by the Lord of mercy. The warmth of the organ. At the far end of the church, the magnificent pipe organ stood as a silent guardian, a sleeping giant, waiting in hushed anticipation. As Carlos approached, the low, resonant hum of warming pipes began to fill the sacred air, resonating gently through his bones like distant thunder, an unspoken promise of melody yet to be born. Shepherd of my soul, he prayed, his voice a mere breath as his hands hovered above the cold ivory keys. Guide me to where I truly belong. In that stillness, he sensed an answering presence, softer than the gentlest whisper, urging him to cast aside the mask of false ambitions he had worn for so long. Within the cathedral's sacred space, the unseen audience of the divine leaned closer, a warmth spreading through his chest like sunlight cutting through a mist. Moved by this divine communion, Carlos pressed a single note, allowing it to resonate pure and unwavering. In the sacred silence, it was a note of surrender, an offering of his unseen self to the one who beholds all, a testament to his deep longing for connection and belonging in the sight of God. A new song. The note lingered like a lone star in the darkened sky, engaging in a gentle dialogue with the air around it. It was as though the very heart of the cathedral had begun to pulse, a slow, steady rhythm that mirrored the beating of his heart. Carlos closed his eyes, and within that moment of silence, a vision unfurled before him. He saw himself not merely as a solitary custodian, but as a steward of the sacred, an essential thread woven into the fabric of something far greater. With a heart full of newfound courage, he let his fingers dance across the keys, coaxing forth a cascade of music. The organ sang under his touch, a river of sound flowing through the nave, each note a beacon of gratitude, each chord a prayer sent heavenward. The music was a hymn of thanksgiving and praise, a testament to the rediscovered joy within his soul. As the last note faded into the ether, Carlos felt a profound release, a peeling away of the false identities he had worn for so long, stepping into the radiant light of true belonging. The dawn of transformation, when the final note had melted into silence, the sacred space felt transformed.
as if the ancient walls had drawn closer, leaning in to absorb the richness of this moment. The bricks and mortar gratitude in the rain, cacti, neon rain. The city was a tapestry of rain and light, neon hues dancing against wet pavement. Every droplet captured vibrant colors flickering through the gloom. I stood under a bus stop, my coat drenched, clinging like an unwanted burden, heavy on my shoulders, pulling round my feet. Dusk settled, the day's light clinging to low clouds, casting shadows across the street like restless spirits. Nearby windows glowed a soft, inviting orange. Yet I felt alienated from this tableau of light and life. The rain drummed a relentless rhythm on the metal roof, each drop a note melding into the city's symphony. My mind was tangled, resentment, anger, unnameable sorrow, swirling like a storm I couldn't escape. My job had slipped away, lost to office politics beyond my control. I exhaled frustration, watching it miss before me, mingling with the damp air. Lord of mercy, I whispered, each word shaped by the rain's rhythm. I need your wisdom. Everything feels so heavy. My voice was nearly swallowed by the noise. Yet I trusted God would hear even this whispered plea. The city's sound softened as if the heavens leaned in to listen. I closed my eyes, letting the droplets weave a lullaby, a balm for my soul. An old song surfaced, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The words comforted and challenged me, leaving me to wonder if they still held meaning. The bus hissed to a stop, and I boarded, seeking solitude at the back. The heater breathed warmth against my bones, thawing despair's icy grip. The city slid by, each block a step further from where I belonged. A procession of memories and mischances, droplets raced down the window, tears tracing paths, mirroring my silent sorrow. I prayed silently again, seeking direction and a lifeline in uncertainty. I stepped out onto the misty, cool air. My feet knew the way home along familiar paths. The stairwell to my apartment loomed,
like my spirit, I paused, unable to ignore my bitterness. I sat, the concrete cool beneath, grounding me. My prayer was a whisper, a vulnerable surrender. Holy One, show me how to let go. In the ensuing quiet, amidst distant traffic and whispering wind, came a gentle nudge, like a friend's touch. It wasn't a voice, but more a knowing. Be grateful, even now. Forgiveness amid shadows, the realization settled uncomfortably like a splinter needing removal. Gratitude felt impossible amid loss, yet the longer I sat, the more the idea wrapped around me, warming my spirit like sunbeams breaking through clouds. A flicker of warmth grew into a flame, igniting strength within. I lifted my head, allowing gratitude to unfurl, considering small blessings. A safe roof, warm coffee scent, candlelight flickering from across the street. Small things, yet steps toward a change of heart. Freedom's first step. Inside, I picked up the phone with newfound resolve. Born of clarity, I dialed a number I had avoided, knowing it was time to mend bridges, not just with others, but within myself. Words of forgiveness lighten my spirit. I felt the Lord guiding as I spoke, reconciliation and peace, releasing chains that bound me. Shepherd of my soul, grant me the grace to find joy in every circumstance. Teach me to see your hand in small gifts and share your peace and mercy with others. Fill my heart with gratitude, guide my steps with your wisdom. Keep me mindful of your presence now and always. Amen.
The fluorescent lights hum, casting a cold glow over the bustling emergency room. As I pour a lukewarm cup of coffee, the weak aroma fails to mask the antiseptic scent clinging to everything around me. A cacophony of ringing phones and announcements reverberates, a siren call to lives teetering on chaos. It's my third consecutive night here, and the hospital lobby feels like an old, worn shoe, familiar but offering little comfort. Returning to my station, I face the computer screen with its endless list of names and ailments, a digital testament to human frailty. Dozens of people pass through my hands each shift, their stories condensed into numbers in a system that hardly changes amidst this. I steal a moment of solace, bowing my head slightly, and whisper, Lord of mercy, help me remember these souls, to see them as you do, with eyes of compassion. For a moment, warmth courses through me, as if the shepherd of my soul is reaching out, weaving my fragmented thoughts into hope. It's a reassurance that perhaps even here he is present, transforming my small prayer into something vast and compassionate. The crisis beckons. The tranquility shatters as a paramedic bursts through the doors. Urgency etched into her face, she wheels in a gurney with practiced speed. A young man lies upon it, his skin a chalky canvas, a bloom of crimson spreading across his shirt. The room descends into organized chaos, a symphony of urgent voices and beeping monitors echoing the frantic rhythm of my heart. I cling to my station as if it's a lifeline, feeling anxiety surge around me. The nurse calls for backup, her voice a steadying force amid the noise. I close my eyes and block out the sirens. Holy One, grant them your strength, I plead. Let your hands guide theirs. My prayer is a fragile thread woven with desperation, yet in this plea there's stillness, a certainty of His presence among the healers, binding them in sacred duty. The turning prayer. Hours glide past, marked by routine data entry and fleeting conversations. The shift changes, faces swapping in this incessant dance of care. The young man's family arrives, eyes swollen with tears, voices low with whispered prayers in their eyes. I see reflections of my fears, doubts echoing the silent prayers weaving through the hallways. Stepping outside, the cold air bites my skin. The stars a reprieve from the hospital's hum. The heavens above remind me of His grandeur. Lifting my gaze, I let the vastness wrap my weary heart. Shepherd of my soul, I whisper, help me find the courage to truly care, to let hope stitch the tears around me. This is my turning prayer, a weary soul seeking strength in vulnerability. As the wind brushes my cheeks, I feel a nudge toward a decision, to learn their names and stories, to hold on to something beyond the here and now. Guided by grace. Re-entering the hospital, the night feels lighter, as if infused with fresh hope. With each name entered into the system, I silently attach a prayer, asking God to see them as His creations, beloved and deserving of healing. Each prayer is a small act of faith, a thread stitching through the day's fabric, affirming God's presence. The young man stabilizes, the crisis ebbing like a receding tide. I watch as relief softens his family's brows, faces illuminated by gratitude and newfound hope in their whispered thanks. I sense God's silent affirmation, a promise that hope and prayer are intertwined within this demanding place.
Holy One, guide my hands and heart to serve with compassion, to listen with love. Let your peace dwell in the chaos of life. May my prayers stitch the brokenness I witness until we find healing.